Welcome to my channel. Are you a fan of horror stories that send shivers down your spine? Well, get ready for a spooky tale that will make your blood run cold. In this story, a young couple moves into a new home and discovers a basement that has been cursed by an evil witch. Despite their best efforts to break the curse, they soon realize that the witch's spirit is still lingering, and they are trapped in a horrifying nightmare. Follow the couple as they try to survive the horrors of the cursed basement and break the curse once and for all. Will they make it out alive, or will the witch's spirit claim them forever? Let's find out in this bone-chilling horror story. Before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Okay, let's begin. Once upon a time, there was a young couple named Jack and Emily who had just bought their first home together. They were thrilled with their purchase and couldn't wait to move in. However, as they were exploring their new home, they discovered a door that led to a dark and scary basement. At first, they brushed it off and assumed it was just a typical creepy basement that many homes had. However, as time went on, they began to hear strange noises coming from the basement. At night, they would hear scratching and tapping sounds, and the door would creak open on its own. One day, Emily decided to confront her fear and go down to investigate the basement. As she walked down the creaky wooden stairs, she felt the hair on the back of her neck stand up. The air was damp and a musty smell lingered in the air. As she explored the basement, she stumbled upon an old wooden chest. She opened it to find a dusty old book with strange symbols and drawings on it. That night, strange things started happening around the house. The lights flickered and objects moved on their own. Jack and Emily were terrified, and they realized that the book they had found in the basement was cursed. They decided to seek the help of a paranormal expert who advised them to perform a ritual to break the curse. The ritual involved burning the book and sprinkling a special powder around the house. As they performed the ritual, they heard eerie whispers and footsteps coming from the basement. Suddenly, the basement door slammed shut, trapping them inside. They frantically tried to open it, but it wouldn't budge. Finally, after what felt like hours, the door opened on its own, and they ran out of the house. From that day on, they avoided the basement at all costs. Despite the couple's efforts to move on from the horrifying experience in the basement, strange occurrences continued to happen in the house. They would hear whispers in the middle of the night, footsteps in empty rooms, and doors opening and closing on their own. One day, Jack decided to do some research on the house's history. He discovered that the previous owner had been a witch who practiced dark magic. It was rumored that she had cursed the house before she died, and that curse had been passed down to anyone who lived there. Jack knew they had to do something to lift the curse once and for all. He sought out the help of a powerful witch who specialized in breaking curses. She instructed them to perform a complex ritual that involved burying a charm in the basement and reciting an incantation. As they performed the ritual, the ground beneath them began to shake, and the air grew thick with an otherworldly energy. The couple felt a sense of dread wash over them as they realized they were not alone. Suddenly, a ghostly figure appeared before them. It was the witch who had cursed the house. She cackled and taunted them, telling them they would never be free of her curse. But the couple stood their ground and continued with the ritual. Finally, the ground stopped shaking and the ghostly figure vanished. In their mind, they hope the curse is lifted. However, one night, Emily woke up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. As she walked down the hall, she heard a strange noise coming from the basement. It sounded like scratching, as if something was trying to claw its way out. Emily's heart raced as she realized that the curse may not have been fully lifted. She woke up Jack, and they cautiously made their way down to the basement. What they found was more horrifying than anything they had experienced before. The walls were covered in strange symbols, and the ground was littered with bones. They realized that the witch had been practicing dark magic in the basement, and her evil spirit had been awakened by their attempts to break the curse. Suddenly, the door slammed shut, trapping them inside. They frantically tried to open it, but it wouldn't budge. They were trapped in the cursed basement with the evil spirit of the witch. They could feel her presence all around them, her dark energy suffocating them. They knew that they had to find a way to escape before it was too late. As they searched for a way out, they stumbled upon an old chest. Inside, they found a vial of holy water and a crucifix. They knew what they had to do. With shaking hands, they sprinkled the holy water around the room and held up the crucifix. Suddenly, a blinding light filled the room, and the witch's spirit vanished into thin air. The door creaked open, and they ran out of the basement, never looking back. After the terrifying experience in the basement, the couple decided to sell the house and move to a new location. They couldn't bear to stay in a place with such a dark past, and they wanted to start fresh. The new owners of the house were a family of 4. They had no idea about the curse that had plagued the house and its previous occupants. They were thrilled to move in and make it their own. At first, everything seemed normal. The family settled into their new home and began decorating it to their liking. However, it wasn't long before strange occurrences began happening again. The children reported seeing ghostly figures in their rooms, and the parents heard whispers in the middle of the night. Doors would slam shut on their own, and strange scratches would appear on the walls. The family soon realized that their new home was haunted. They had no idea about the curse or the dark past of the basement. They knew that they had to find a way to rid the house of the evil spirits. They reached out to a paranormal investigator who specialized in cleansing haunted houses. The investigator conducted a thorough investigation of the house and uncovered the dark history of the basement. With the family's help, the investigator performed a series of cleansing rituals to rid the house of the evil spirits. The family watched as the investigator used sage and other spiritual tools to cleanse the house of negative energy. Finally, the evil spirits were gone, and the family could finally feel at peace in their home. They were grateful to the paranormal investigator for helping them, and they knew that they would never forget the lessons they had learned. The new owners of the house decided to renovate the basement and turn it into a playroom for their children. They filled it with bright colors, toys, and games, making it a place of joy instead of fear. Years went by, and the family lived happily in their home, with no sign of any evil spirits or curses. They had learned to respect the past and honor the present, and they knew that they had overcome the horrors of the cursed basement. Wow, what a spine-tingling horror story. We hope you enjoyed this tale of cursed basements, evil witches, and the fight against the forces of darkness. Remember, sometimes the past can come back to haunt us, and dabbling in dark magic can have terrible consequences. If you ever come across something that feels cursed or haunted, it's best to leave it alone and seek help from professionals. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more thrilling stories like this one. Stay safe and be careful what you wish for. Before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.